So our first boss power-up will be a laser. So I'll place the command block down and put a sign on it with laser. And this is going to be the command. It's going to be a repeating command block. It is execute. As at E, name equals boss, at S, that's the boss, facing the entity at E, distance, and we want it from 0 to, I'm going to do 20 blocks away, so it'll shoot a laser at you if you're 20 blocks away or less. And we don't want it to detect itself. And exclamation mark means not. So not boss. And we also don't want the type to be Evoker Fangs or arrows, because those are also going to be other power-ups that we do. So Evoker Fangs. And we don't want the type to be arrows. And it's going to be facing the eyes. And so we'll run the particle. And I'm going to do Dragon Breath. You can just play around with it. Flame looks pretty cool if you want to do that. Dragon Breath. And then we want it a half block lower than the eyes. And then we want it facing that direction. But that would be facing 90 degrees from it, so we're going to add like 1,000,000 here. And then I'm going to add 5 zeros to match the 1,000,000. And then we're going to do 0 and normal. And that is the entire command. So now, when I place this down, you'll see he shoots a laser of Dragon Breath right at me. Our next power-up is going to be arrows. Like this. And 2 repeaters. And we're going to make a redstone clock. So we'll have a redstone torch, block here, block here, block here, and redstone dust on these. And then we're going to put the input right here. And so now when I turn the lever on, it'll make a clock. And in the first command block, we're going to do execute at E, name equals boss, run, execute at E, distance 0.3, that's from 0 blocks to 3 blocks away. Name is not boss, and type is not Evoker Fangs. And we're going to run summon an arrow 4 blocks above. And we can also do an NBT damage, and I'm gonna set that to 50. So when I do this, it's gonna spawn arrows, right? But then it's gonna repeatedly spawn arrows on those arrows. So what we need to do is kill the arrows after a little bit. So execute at e name equals boss, run kill at e distance 0.5, and then type equals arrow. And now, when we do this, we'll see our arrows will disappear, and it'll still work just fine. An arrow will still hit me, and it'll all work. So the next one that we're going to do is the Evoker Fangs. So this is just one repeating command block. And the command is going to be execute at e name equals boss, at e distance from 2 to 3 blocks away, type is not Evoker Fangs, and type is not arrows, and name is not boss. And then run summon Evoker Fangs. So let's test that out. If I get close, there will be Evoker Fangs that attack me. So the next one is going to be like a launcher. So this one, we're going to have a repeating command block, and it's going to be execute at e name equals boss, run effect give at e distance from 0 to 1 block away, name is not boss, levitation 115, and then true. And then from a comparator from that, we're going to have another repeating command block, and this one's going to be execute at e name equals boss, run execute at e, and then the distance is going to be 0.2 just in case they move away, and then run particle explosion where they are 0, 0, 0, 0, 5, and then normal. So let's test that out. So if I go in here, I'll get launched up, and it looks like there's an explosion behind me. The launcher to explode and make an explosion sound, you can do execute at E, name equals boss, run, play sound, it's entity dot generic dot explode, and then player at A. And now it should make an explosion sound. The next one will be wither effect. For this one, I'm going to set up a simple redstone clock. So this is going to be the redstone clock. We're also going to have the input come out from a torch, like that. So this is the wither effect. So I'm going to place my command block right here. And in it, I will do execute at E, name equals boss, run, effect, give, at E, distance equals 0 dot dot 6, so from 0 to 6 blocks away, and name is not boss. Wither 5, 5, and then false. So if we do this, I should get a wither effect when I'm close to him. Yeah, that's wither effect. So the next one is going to be explosions, but you gotta be careful with this because you don't want to blow up any of your command blocks. So I'll leave it turned off for now. So for this one, we're going to have another redstone clock. For this one, I'm just doing a very long redstone clock so that it's not just boom, 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 because we don't want that. So execute at E, name equals boss, at E, distance equals 0 dot dot 7, so 7 blocks away, and type is not arrows, and type is not Evoker Fangs, and name is not boss. And then we run summon, fireball, 4 blocks above, and then for the NBT, motion, okay, it's going to be 0.0, negative 1.0. You can change that if you want it to move down faster. And then, optional, you can have explosion power. And the max you can go is 383, but I'll just stick with 3 for now since I don't want this whole thing to get blown up. Although it probably is, so I still won't test it out. So we can turn this clock off. The last and final power-up will be lightning. Now that our clock is complete, we will do the command. The same as all the other commands, we're going to start with execute at E, name equals boss, at E, distance equals 4.20, so from 4 blocks to 20 blocks away. And same as all the other ones, type is not arrows and type is not Evoker Fangs. And name is not boss. Run, summon, lightning bolt, where they are. And now we can turn that, and as you can see, it will decrease in power and set off the command block when it gets low enough. If I go over here, I will get struck by lightning. So there you go, that's all the power-ups for a boss.